to all the sincere seekers who might be tuning in or might tune in the near future. And our divine panelists are here. Śrīpād Arun Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam to you. Welcome.
Dandavat Prabhu.
And Śrīpād Chinmay Dev Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome.
Dandavat, Dandavat everyone.
And we also have the honor of the association of Shamaji today.
Dandavat Prabhu, Dandavat everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And Sangeeta ji is also here with us.
Namaskar, Dandavat, Dandavat everyone.
Namaskar. Hari Bol. NP, oh, that's Nandakishore. Namaskar, Nandakishore Prabhu. So, last time we heard Srila Param Guru Mahārāj's Gāyatrī Mantra explanation. The most unique and the deepest that I have come across thus far. So this time, as a follow-up, although we're done with the subjective evolution of consciousness study, but just to make it a little sweeter, I have that I want to share with you further insight into the Gayatri and the meaning of Gayatri by Om Viṣhṇupād, Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj. So, by his mercy, we have everything, including the explanation of Guru Mahārāj. And as I will go through this, we will study this together, and we will try and understand how he goes in even deeper to bring out more sweetness, probably than we can digest, but nonetheless. So, if you permit, then I can begin.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
So the title is Krishna's Flute. Now this is Srila Govinda Mahārāj. There is Gāyatrī Mantram, but what we are chanting is mantra. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It is mentioned in the scriptures. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is not mantram, but the Maha Mantra. It is especially worth noting. The scriptures describe what we take at the time of second initiation as Gāyatrī Mantram. That is mantram. Gāyatrī Mantram. At the time of first initiation, what we get from Guru is Mahamantra. We need to consciously differentiate between mantra and mantram. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami clearly states the difference. By Krishna Mantra, one will get liberation from material existence, but only by Krishna Nam will one enter the land of dedication and achieve service of the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna Mantra hoite hobe sansara mochana, Krishna Nama hoite pave Krishnera charan. With this in mind, we can understand what is what. If we want to enter into the transcendental world, first, we need the help of the Maha Mantra. Because the Maha Mantra can rescue one from the very lowest level and take one to the very highest level. For Gāyatrī Mantra, some qualification is necessary. There are rules and regulations, many obstacles, etc. Gāyatrī is mantram. And Harinam, the holy name of Krishna, is Mahamantra. The Harinam Mahamantra is very appropriate for the age of Kali Yuga. Every Yuga has its own Mahamantra, and that is called Taraka Brahmanam, liberating spiritual name. Like the trumpet of an elephant, it is a sound so great that it captures the hearts and attention of everyone. But that sound has no material form. It is pure spiritual sound. And that divine sound descends into this world from the flute of Lord Krishna. Some mornings, I see how our temple is decorated with our mutt logo. In the center is a lotus flower. I'm actually trying to give this out. Well, give me a second. Okay. In the center is a lotus flower. So, disciple, sheltered in the water, Guru, nourished beneath the shining sun of Om, Krishna. So, to the meeting in on the teams, Prabhuji's and everyone, please, if you can open up the Facebook feed. I have it broadcast over there. I have it telecast over there. I was trying to do it here, but I've got too many screens and I can't do too many things. Sorry.
No problem. Yes.
So in the mutt logo, in the center is a lotus flower, disciple, sheltered in the water, Guru, nourished beneath the shining sun of Om, and that is Krishna. At the base is the flute of Krishna with its divine song of liberation descending into this world. I think how sweetly and intelligently Srila Guru Mahārāj has described this in his explanation of Gāyatrī Mantram. Gāyatrī means sing and you will get liberation. Ganat trayate iti Gāyatrī. Ganat trayate iti Gāyatrī. Such a very nice style. Dance, sing, and you will get liberation. This is Gāyatrī. Ganat trayate. No one anywhere at any time has explained the transcendental vibration form of the Lord in this way. No religion says chant, dance, and get liberation. And what is the form of that song? Murali means the flute of Krishna. The sound that comes out of the flute of Krishna. Murlishta Kirtana Dhanam. Krishna's flute is singing. Flutes are for singing, not for blasting, not for making violence. The sweet sound of Krishna's flute brings peace to the heart. And what is the flute singing? It has some target. When we sing, we have some object in mind. We also employ rhythm and meter. The flute has a regulator, and that meter is the name of Radharani. No other sound is coming out from the flute. Only Radhe, 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 Radhe. Only this sound is coming in a variety of ways. We can conceive something in this regard from studying the life and character of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Every day, Das Goswami is singing Radhe Vrindavana Vilasini Radhe 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 Kano Mano Mohini Radhe 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 Ashta Sakhir Shiromani Radhe Radhe. In this song, every verse concludes with Radhe Radhe. Every day this is sung in the Radha Damodar temple. When Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur first met Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Babaji Mahārāj was singing this song. And always singing this song. Whether walking in the road or sitting in bhajan, he was always singing this song. This sound is the only song coming from the flute of Lord Kṛṣṇa. The sound manifestation of its divine influence spreads over the entire transcendental and mundane worlds. Just a little pause here. Namaskar Anilji, welcome. Preeti ji and Ramananda ji. Anilji, do you mind restarting your camera? For some reason, my broadcast thing is a little sensitive.
Sure, sir. I'm doing it.
Right now, yeah, perfect, thank you. Oh, perfect. Jai. Back to Srila Gurudev. This understanding we get from the description of Rasa Leela and Srimad Bhagavatam. First, Kṛṣṇa calls all the gopis to assemble for Rasa Leela by playing his flute. It is the clarion call. And this call is the real property of all souls, jivas. We understand this through Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Jeev jago Gaura Chandra bole, Gaura Chand bole. Kot nidra jao, maya pishachi rakole. Is this the clarion call or what? We are sleeping on the lap of Maya and ignorance, but the clarion call is coming. Wake up. The Upanishads say, Uttishta, Jagrata, Prapya, Varana Nibodhata. Wake up, arise, and begin the search for Sri Kṛṣṇa. Now is the time to get love for Kṛṣṇa. The Upanishads, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the song of Krishna's flute, the gist of that sound, its wealth is realized in connection with the lotus feet service of Srimati Radharani. Radha Dasyam. Kṛṣṇa is only attracted to his divine potency. She is serving Kṛṣṇa wholeheartedly and very extensively with her associates. She is known as Radharani, and Kṛṣṇa is always and only thinking of her. The sound of Kṛṣṇa's flute not only regulates Madhura Ras, but all Ras. In Madhura Ras, Radharani is the chief, but all other rasas are also maintained by Madhura Ras. Madhura Ras is Adi Ras, the principal rasa, from which all rasas spring. Madhura Ras maintains all variety of spiritual relationships, passive, active, servant, friend, parent, guardian. Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras. Maintenance means preservation. Radharani's supreme sweet mood of service sustains the entire spiritual existence. Gāyatrī Murlishta Kirtana Dhanam. Generally, we refer to the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or any devotional song as Kirtan or Sankirtan. But there is a little difference between the two. What one does alone may be called Kirtan. But Sankirtan means when, in a gathering of devotees, their heart comes out. That kind of Kirtan is called Sankirtan. Bahubhir militvayat Kirtanam Tadaiv Sankirtanam. Here Guru Mahārāj has specifically mentioned Kirtana Dhanam. Kirtan is not only recommended for everyone, but it is the wealth of our life. Because through Kirtan we get entrance into the Rasa Leela, divine play with Kṛṣṇa. Radharani, the Vrajagopis, playing, singing, dancing. And this is the wealth of liberated Jiva souls. Guru Mahārāj says, not only Kirtan, but Kirtana Dhanam. The flute is not a bamboo stick or something made out of metal. It is alive. This means it is a conscious living being, Chetana. Everyone in the transcendental and material world has free will. This freedom Kṛṣṇa has given to everyone. The body of the flute is a form of consciousness. He has desires and free will like any being, but he is using his freedom for this inconceivable service to Lord Kṛṣṇa. The flute's ecstasy is in singing the song of the lotus feet of Radharani, Radhadasyam. Sakhi Murali Vilasa Chachidra Jalena Purna Laghura Atikantina Atikatina Tvam Granthila Nirasasi Tadapi Bhajasi Shashvat Chumbananand Sandram Harikara Parirambham Kena Punyodayena. Vidagdha Madhav, Śrīla Rupa Goswāmī. Hey flute friend, what sort of good things have you done that such a hard, dry piece of bamboo like you, with more faults, knots than holes, enjoys being squeezed by Krishna's lotus hands and tastes an endless stream of nectar from his kiss? Rupa Goswami's shloka praises the flute. The flute has its own life, which is dedicated to this most desirable and palatable song. Ishta Kirtanadhanam. More than that, I cannot express in English. What I can see in the eyes, cannot express, maybe, but it is true. What the flute is playing, that is written everywhere. He is playing the name of the supreme servitor of Lord Kṛṣṇa. The supreme servitor form of Lord Kṛṣṇa is Srimati Radharani. It is fully described in Sri Garga Samhita, and I have seen yesterday maybe, I am opening and getting. This is the mercy of Guru Mahārāj, standing in the arati and seeing the mutt logo above the deities, my brain starts working. Brain is material and matter cannot touch the transcendental, but everything is possible by the grace of Gurudev. So by Srila Guru Maharaj's grace, I am very hopeful. The meaning of Gayatri as revealed by Srila Guru Maharaj is Krishna's flute sings the song of the lotus feet of Radha Rani, Radha Dasyam. The word Dhimahi in Gayatri is very famous in Sanskrit literature. Two words are present most in Gāyatrī Mantram, Dhimahi and Prachodayat. The concluding word of the meditation is Prachodayat. It's not that we will only meditate, but the mantram will pressure us to serve Radharani. We need to know the spiritual regulations and injunctions. That scriptural advice is found in the Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Mahārāj, etc. Shruti, Smriti. Bhagavad Gita is Smriti and Shruti is Vedanta. Upanishads, etc. But here, Prachodayat means prerana, inspiration. What kind of inspiration? Forceful inspiration. Inspiring forcefully. The mantram's nature is like that. To capture the jiva's soul's mind through inspiration and forcefully engage one in the service of Radharani. This is the extraordinary meaning Srila Guru Maharaj has given of the Gāyatrī Mantram. And I have found this sort of nectar in the Garga Samhita maybe 1,000 times. We should note that in Srimad Bhagavatam, the most exalted, qualified exponents of Vedic mantram were all present at Shukdev's meeting with Parikshit Mahārāj. Ved-Vyas records their names in the Bhagavatam because each name also represents a different school of thought. So if you want, I have them on Facebook. You can bring them up. And we can briefly kind of, I can read them to you. They are, now these are the people who were present when Bhagavatam was spoken. Sri Dev-Goswāmī speaking. So this is the assembly. It's intergalactic. These divine personalities from the 14 multiverses have assembled. And so their names are recorded, as Gurudev is alluding to. So I'll read them in the verses. Atrir Vasishta Chavana Sharadvan Arishtanemir Bhrugur Angirascha Parasharo Gadisuto Tarama Uttaya, and then Indra Pramade Dhamavaho Medha Tithir Devala Arishtaseno Bharadvajo Gautama Pippala Maitreya Aurava Kavasha Kumbhayonir Dvaipayana and Bhagavan Naradascha. So these names are what Gurudev is mentioning here, that each of them represents a different school of thought, and they are all present when Bhagavatam is spoken. Even though they are the senior-most representatives of all schools of Vedic thought, Shukdev Goswami did not try to fully disclose the esoteric secrets of the Kṛṣṇa conception. Golok Vrindavan Aprakrita Leela. By inference, he revealed the highest truth. But Shukdev Goswami did not expose the conception of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha Bhava Dyuti Svalitam Naumi Krishna Sarupam. Mahaprabhu came to give what was never given before. Anarpita Charima Chirat Karuna Atirana Kalau. What was not given before in this material world, not only this material universe, but in the millions of universes in this material sky. Nowhere was it given. Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Dev came to give that. Kṛṣṇa Prema Pradayate. And that can be found in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says clearly, if you search for evidence, you are foolish. Because although Srimad Bhagavatam may be the junior most scripture, it contains the senior most thought. After Vedvyas had revealed all the scriptures, still he was unhappy. He was again initiated by Narad Goswami, meditated and then composed the Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is junior most in terms of date of composition. But the senior most beautiful theories of the highest reality are given in an organized way to the souls of this world. Jiva Chetana. Srila Guru Mahārāj uses this expression, Jiva Chetana. It may be a material atmosphere, but the basis of the world is consciousness. Still, there is a little suspicion in the minds of pure-hearted devotees. If the purpose of the book is to reveal the devotion of Radharani, Krishna Prem, then why is her name not mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam? Mercifully, Srila Guru Mahārāj has given this theory to us in his original shloka. Yadami Mahima Shri Bhagavatyam Kathayam Pratipadam Anubhutam Apyalabhideyam Tadakhila Rasamurte Shyamalilaavalam Madhur Rasadhiradha Padapadma Prapadye. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, everywhere, every shlok, every letter is glorifying the holy name of Radharani. Her particular form may not be visible, but Krishna is always playing with whom? Radharani. Srimad Bhagavatam is the play of the sweet absolute. Then it is impossible that Radharani's name will not be there. But Shukadev is hiding her behind a veil of inference. Married girls always keep their heads covered. When a senior honorable person comes, they immediately cover their heads. This is also the style of Srimad Bhagavatam for concealing, yet revealing Radharani. The sweet absolute's play in Golok Vrindavan depends upon Radharani. Without Radharani's association, Krishna is nothing. Only she can fully exchange rasa with Krishna. Krishna is the emporium of all rasas, Akhil Rasamrita Murti. But who can contain that infinite ocean of rasa? Who is the pot? The pot is Radharani. In that pot, Krishna is keeping his wealth and tasting. Otherwise, all will be spoiled. So Krishna keeps all his wealth in the pot of Radharani and tastes her mood of devotion. This is the explanation Srila Guru Maharaj has given of the Gāyatrī Mantra. And no one has given anything like this in the conscious world. This material conscious world. No one has given an explanation like Guru Maharaj. In his final days, we saw Guru Maharaj continually discovering new things. Actually, it is all within him. But he didn't have anyone to tell. Finally, in his last life, I asked, nowhere has anyone given such an explanation of Gāyatrī Mantra. Why are you giving? What all of the acharyas are hiding, why are you exposing that? Within Gāyatrī Mantra, within Rig Mantra, Guru Maharaj revealed everything. I have taken 6 explanations I chose from there, and 4 I have taken specifically, but it is especially my desire that I shall take this one. Dhīrārādhanam ev nānyad iti tad radha padam dhimahi. Buddhi, dhi, buddhi. Where will buddhi go? There are 2 kinds of intelligence, one para and one apara. Apara intelligence is always serving the Lord. Then, dhīrārādhanam ev nānyaditi. Without serving the Lord, no other conception exists. This is Guru Maharaj's Vakya, meaning explanation. But I have taken Gayatri Gaditam Mahaprabhu Matam, where it is a little hidden. Radha Padam Dhimahi. The original Rig mantra is Om Tad Vishno Paramam Padam Sada Pashyanti Suraya Divi Vachakshara-tatam Tad Vipraso Vipannavo Jahagraham Se Samindate Vishnurayat Padamam Param. It is called Rig mantra, but Srila Guru Maharaj has enhanced that Rig mantra. This is Guru Maharaj now. Om Tad Vishno Paramam Padam Shruti-matam Muhyanti Yat Suraya Drishta Chakshur Iva Prasaritam Mahasuraiva Divyatatam Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyaparam Shabditam Jyoti Priti Tanum Hiranya Purusham Pashyanti Tam Suraya. This line is especially significant. Jyoti Priti Tanum Hiranya Purusham. Effulgence and love, heart and halo, has taken form as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This sort of revelation is Guru Maharaj's miracle. So many Pandits can understand the Sanskrit language, but from within the Sanskrit, everyone cannot extract the gist of ecstasy. This is a fact. In the Upanishad, it is very clearly said, Nayamatma bala hinena labhyo Nayamatma pravachanena labhyo Na medhayana bahuna shrutena. You know so many things, maybe. You may have so much intelligence, medha, but you will not understand. Without the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, without the grace of Baladev, you cannot understand anything. But when Kṛṣṇa in the form of Guru will give this mantram to you, and you will meditate with your own existence, then you must understand. Yam evesha vranute tena labhyas. There is no doubt. But everywhere people are plagued by doubts and questions. Therefore, everywhere there is so much difficulty. But He will reveal Himself to whom He chooses. Tasyeshatma vivranate tanum swam. It is as if we have no eyes. Like owls, we don't like to see the sun. If we do not have a pair of eyes, how will we see? Andhibhuti chakshu yar vishaya dhulite kemone paratattva kemone se paratattva paive dekhite. This is a Bengali expression. Which way will one see whose eyes are blinded by the dust of material conception? Hare Krishna. Here is the word Suraya. Muyantiyat Suraya. Guru Mahārāj used it only to honor the Vedas, Upanishads. But Guru Mahārāj has not given the meaning of Surya as the vision of the gods. Surya means demigods. They are seeing, but demigods can never see that higher reality. Hiranyapurusha. Without the mercy of whom? Jyoti Priti Tanum. It's mercy. Without the mercy of Mahaprabhu, without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, even the gods, Surya, also cannot see. This is a fact. Not that only I am saying this, but Brahma himself agrees. Janante vajananto kim bahuktaya name Prabhu manaso vapusho vacho Vaibhavam Tavagochara. Those who say, I know Krishna, let them talk. But as far as I am concerned, I cannot understand even a little bit about your glories. And for that, I am misguided. It is not only bodily, mentally, or verbally, but my whole existence is blind without your mercy, my Lord. Brahma doubted Krishna's divinity and wanted to test his omnipotence. He stole Krishna's cows and cowherd boyfriends while they took a lunch break and their cowherding pastimes, Goshtalila. Brahma kept them in a cave on his planet and after 1 year came back and was shocked. Everything is normal. Sri Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan are going on as ever without interruption. He thought the cows and cowherd boys must have somehow escaped and returned to Vrindavan. So he checked back on his planet, Brahmalok, and saw they were still there sleeping under the influence of his illusion. He wanted to bewilder Krishna, but instead he was now completely bewildered. He returned to Vrindavan and finally fell at the lotus feet of Krishna. He begged forgiveness for doubting his divinity and failing to realize his inconceivable potency. Kneeling before Krishna, Brahma offered so many wonderful prayers, only to be sweetly dismissed with a mere affectionate glance from Krishna's lotus eyes. Every day this type of divine substance does not come out. Today I am very fortunate. You are all very fortunate. And it came by simply seeing our Mutt logo. By His mercy, I could give some explanation about Srila Guru Maharaj's Gāyatrī conception. Gāyatrī Murlishta Kirtanadhanam Radha Padam Dhimahi. Jai Om Viṣhṇupād Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai.
Prabhu, where is this found?
This is coming from the flute. So this is in Gaudiya Darshan. Yes,
I also found it on SCS Mat. I'm going to put a link in the
sure,
chat.
sure.
Okay.
Is it the full version or abbreviated?
Oh, exactly as you read.
Okay, yeah, sure. Please do that.
And there is an abbreviated version in Religion of the Heart as well.
Okay, great. But I thought it was really sweet especially after we went through Gayatri. Anilji, yes, please go ahead.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to request you to elaborate more on this point. See, basically, about Radharani and Krishna ji, right? Okay. Because the way I understand is that there is only one supreme person, or so-called Bhagwan, right? And he should be a cause of, he or she should be a cause of everything, including himself or herself, right? So, going with that notion, then how, with that thought, how is Radharani and Krishna, they are related? Are they same, or the two rupas of same supreme personality, just to show that relationship of being worshipped and the worshipper? How's that right? Or am I getting it right, or I'm totally in a wrong direction?
No, I mean it's a perfectly healthy confused state that we appreciate that you're honest about, and it is perfectly legitimate. There's nothing wrong with you because it does come to the mind, because honestly, all of what we just heard is beyond the mind, beyond the senses. That's why we call it transcendental sound. Krishna's Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela, Parshad, his associates, everything is beyond our sensory experiential world, which is limited by our senses.
Right.
And our capacity to analyze by this machine called the brain or the mind. So, to be able to completely comprehend what we just went through is not possible ordinarily. That's why we pray that Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. We need Jnananjana, and they're opened forcefully by the Guru Tattva, by Gurudev. And all obeisances to him, so now we are able to see. But until then, it's not a waste, even if we don't understand. But before I get into the thing of this, is if we don't understand it, the process still is very extremely potent. It is described as substantial and as tangible as a chemical, rasayan, harikatha, in of itself. Just simply listening to it. The shravanam part, you simply listening to it, you are allowing an actual chemical to enter through the ear, go into your heart continuously. The mind may not understand, does not matter. So it says, Satam prasangan mama veerya sammido bhavanti hratkarna rasayana katha. Tajjoshanadashva apavargavartamani shraddharatir bhaktir anukramishyati. So let this substance, this chemical, this transcendental substance, let this enter our ears with as less resistance as we can manage, given our conditioned existence, and let that percolate to the heart on a continual basis. Tajjoshanadashva. Ashva means very soon. Apavargavartamani. We will be situated on the path of progressive immortality. Shraddha, Ratir, Bhakti. All these things that we read about. Shraddha, Rati, attraction. And then finally Bhakti. Anukramishyati. It will follow. So, it is so potent, this substance. Now, if you want to look at how the masters explain it, is when we look at the Lord, he is called, he can be explained, or he can be, the Lord, the Supreme can be, you can say Shaktiman. He is the possessor of energy, or he is the energetic. The supreme predominating moiety. Supreme predominating. Moiety means half. Supreme predominating moiety. So he must, by definition, have a supreme predominated moiety, who is his energy, the supreme energy. So the energy and the energetic together always are who we worship. Never Lord Kṛṣṇa alone. Because that would be something like the Brahman conception, or just, static. A bulb without electricity. Bulb shines when? A bulb shines when there is electricity.
And there is energy, right?
Yeah. So the energetic is energetic only in the presence of his Alladini Shakti. Mahabhava. Srimati Radharani. Without that, it's different. And in Mahaprabhu, they have both come together. So, Anilji, if you find it a little like you just want to go with that figure 1, like 1 without a second, Mahaprabhu is your answer. Because he is. Huh?
I got the point, right? At least whatever I am able to conceptualize with my mind, that they are always together, right? You cannot talk about only one thing without even talking about other thing. They are together, right? It is not two things, right?
They are one and the same.
Yeah.
One is the supreme energetic, and one part is energy. They're always together.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Arun Prabhu, please. You're muted. You might want to take the mute off.
For a long time, a person half-educated like me always try to make meaning out of what I hear. So every time I've heard about supreme predominating moiety, I never go to dictionary to figure out what is the meaning of moiety. And in English, and moiety means, as I'm just reading, one of the portions into which something is divided. So that supreme, that he out of his own will, he just divides and calls, there is a component of that is the dominating and dominated. So one whose portion has come. So Radha, Rani and Sri Krishna together are the complete.
Yes. Perfect.
And as part of his dance, he may want to play with one portion of his own potency. And that is how it is one yet set, it can manifest as two separate things, and that this itself gives rise to infinite ways of Leela play.
So it is by mental analysis, it is actually impossible to satisfy one's thing. It is just by continuous listening, and then finally coming to a stage where these things become more and more clear. Because like this, you may become very learned and have like this big mass of knowledge, but until that knowledge actually starts to fall into systematic components, becomes more and more systematic, until then fine things and the granularity will not become very clear and come into focus. But it is by continually engaging, as we are all students, so each one of us is engaging, and that is the process. That is the process. And we are following it by
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, by Govinda Mahārāj's grace. And something attracts you, right? You may not be able to actually put your finger on it. You may not completely understand it. This is not like trying to understand it completely. And so when I understand it, then I will be, I will start to participate. No, you can start participating simply. We are all doing it by listening. Shravanam, that's the first step in the process. Shravanam, then Kirtanam. And we are trying to do that. And these are very, very powerful processes. So like that. It's okay to not understand, but you're sincere, and that sincerity outweighs your ability to understand by the millionth. So that's why I'm very fortunate to have your association and your divine questions and your just your association. Please be with us, and it will be really beneficial for us. Like that. So unless, Jai, please. I personally want to see more of you. I don't see Anilji, and I'm like, where is Anilji?
Thank you, sir.
Hare
It's all
Krishna.
because of some grace, right? That we are all sitting together and talking about this, right? On this
That's, yeah. See, this is not. We believe in substance. We don't believe in accidents, right? I mean,
Yeah, I always just whenever there is some casual discussion, right, I always try to points comes up, I quote that point, whatever I just heard here and there or read there, right? When there was a question asked to Shri Bhagavan that how can I understand you? The Arjuna asked the question somewhere, right? He said it's beyond your capability of your this physical mind to understand me. There's only one way. Just surrender to me.
Bhaktya mam abhijananti yavanyaschaśmi tattata tato mam tattata gyatva tattata vishate tadanantaram. Bhaktya mam abhijananti. Only by bhakti I am known complete. You may know, you may have partial understanding, partial gyan, partial vigyan. When I say systematic knowledge, components, that is practicality of knowledge, that is vigyan. The gyan, vigyan, you may have partially. But he says, if you want to know me in complete, bhakti. Raj vidya raj guhyam pavitram idam uttamam pratyakshaavagamam dharmayam susukham kartum abhyayam. Raj vidya. So bhakti is, he has said. And then we read the four nutshell verses, you remember? What they're about. And that is Bhagavad Gita. Param Guru Mahārāj drawing out Vrindavan from Kurukshetra, bloody battle of Kurukshetra. He's drawing out. So this is completely transcendental. The flute of Kṛṣṇa is completely transcendental. Nothing whatsoever to do with our conditions, our material conditions, how we are situated. Nothing. It has nothing, no bearing on that. Simply following the process. Simply following the process as we have been given and making sure that we're sincere in following that process. Then everything is there. Someone has their hand raised. RD.
Oh, hi Jairam Prabhu, this is me.
Hello, me. How are you?
I'm good. So I was listening. I have one question, if I can ask.
I'm sure you have the ability, Ramananda Prabhu.
No, I don't have ability. I'm learning. I'm student, trying to understand. I'm student. Yeah.
You're a professor. You look like a professor.
No, it's Gurudev's mercy. I've been long enough.
Yeah. What can we serve you? How can we serve
I
you?
was listening that Param Guru might say that Sukriti is pushing us in the background. We just wanted to find out what's the role of Sukriti.
Does anyone want to chime in? What is the role of Sukriti? Or maybe we can deal with this exclusive subject offline, maybe after Harinam. What do you say, Ramananda Prabhu?
Sure, as you wish.
Okay, well, let's do that because Time Prabhu is knocking on our shoulders.
Time is always knocking.
No, I said Time Prabhu. So let's honor him.
Thank you, sir.
Let's honor him, and then we will go towards Sukriti ji.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. But so good to see you, Ramananda Prabhu.
Dandavat.
Let me
Everybody.
let me get the team together while you guys please continue the discussion.
भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
भज श्री
कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
हरिहराय नमः कृष्णाय यादवाय नमः यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः
यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः
गोपाल गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदन
गोविंद राम श्री मधुसूदन
गिरिधारी गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन
गिरिधारी
गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन
श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैताचार्य
श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैताचार्य
गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ
जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ
श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ
श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ
इच्छाय गोसाय कोरी चरण वंदन
इच्छाय गोसाय कोरी चरण वंदन
जह होते विघ्न नाश अभीष्ट पुराण इच्छाय गोसाय जान मुहि दास तन सवार पद रेणु मोरा पंचग्रास तांडेर चरण से भी भक्ता सने वास जन्म जन्म मोरा यही अभिलाष इच्छाय गोसाय जब ब्रज कोइला बास श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण नित्य लीला कौरीला प्रकाश
श्री राधा
कृष्ण नित्य लीला कौरीला प्रकाश
आनंद बोलो हरि भजा वृंदावन
आनंद बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पदे मजैया मान
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पदे मजैया मान
श्री गुरु वैष्णव पाद पद्मा कोरियास
श्री गुरु वैष्णव
पद्मा कोरियास
हरि नाम संकीर्तन को है नरोत्तम दास
हरि
नाम संकीर्तन का है नरोत्तम दास
हरि हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः
हरि हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः
यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः
माधवाय केशवाय नमः
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
All right, Anika ji, please take it away.
Jaya Saprika Shri Shri Guru Govinda Gindwar Govinda Sundar Giridhari Gopilaju Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Viṣhṇupād Mangsha Parvai Chakrara Vyasta Tata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Sundar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Viṣhṇupād Mangsha Parvai Chakrara Vyasta Tata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Rasakshar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Viṣhṇupād Mangsha Parvai Chakrara Vyasta Tata Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Sanatana Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Viṣhṇupād Gorkishore Das Babaji Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Viṣhṇupād Chachi Nanda Bhakti Noda Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jaya Om Viṣhṇupād Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Rupa Guru Ki Jai.
Jai.
Navachar Shalahari Das Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Baladeva Vidibhushan Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Nartama Sham Mandar Shri Vaishnachar Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Krishna Kaviraj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Saprasada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Saprasada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radhakunda Giridhari Govardhan Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Lakshmi Vardeva Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shri Nrsimha Deva Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakta Prabhupada Pad Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai.
Jai.
Ganga Jamna Ji Ki Jai.
Jai.
Grantha Rajashun Bhagavatam Chaitanya Sharmata Ki Jai.
Jai.
Vishva Vaishnava Raja Sabha Ki Jai.
Jai.
Akrat Matri Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Tarya Sakamat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Vishva Pavya Tadya Sakamat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shudam Mayapur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shudam Navadip Ki Jai.
Jai.
Vrindavan Prasatam Dham Ki Jai.
Jai.
Baladeva Subhadra Jagannath Ji Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Govinda Kunda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri की जाए,
Jai.
समवेत वैष्णव मनु की जाए,
Jai.
समवेत भक्तवृंद की जाए,
Jai.
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जाए,
Jai.
नित्य गौर वंदे हरि
Hari Hari Bol. Jai.
Hari Hari Bol. Hari
Shri Anika ji, Preeti ji, and Vikram ji ki jai. Our divine panelists, Śrīpād Arun Krishna Prabhu ki jai. Śrīpād Chinmay Dev Prabhu ki jai. Shri Anil ji ki jai. Sangeeta ji ki jai. Ramananda ji ki jai. Shama ji ki jai. Nandarani Didi ki jai. The elite Kirtan team ki jai. Abba ji ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai.
Srimad Jairam Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Vrind ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Sannasi Vrind ki jai. Vishwavarenya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Nittai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.